everyone. I'm Deborah Hollick with the Week of Kindness and Gratitude. And today I am so excited to be here with Marta Duda, all the way from the UK. So we're just going to get right into things here. And Marta, welcome. And if it's okay with you, I'm just going to share a little bit about you with our listeners. How does that sound?
Yes, please. Thank you for having me, Deborah. That will be amazing event. I'm so excited.
Well, we
Thank
are
you,
too.
please.
Everyone, Marta is hired by women who have an inner feeling that they are meant to be for more in this world and want to eliminate the daily frustration of not knowing where they're going in life. By guiding them through the purpose of the discovery process, clients bring meaning into their lives and ground their businesses or professional careers on a solid foundation to build a unique brand while becoming fulfilled women. As a result, they can align themselves with their lifestyle and vision while being heart-driven leaders. So welcome, Marta, on this
Thank you,
day.
Deborah. That will be awesome. Thank you.
So let's just get right into things because I'm very excited to hear, Marta, what all you have, and I'm sure our listeners are. So tell us, what business dilemmas are we currently facing?
Wow. Well, that's a strong question, and I think we are delivering this interview in the right time, beginning of January, beginning of 22. So what I've noticed from my experience chatting with the VIPs and my clients as well, and that's based also on my experience, there is lots of confusion over there. So it is confusion based on, shall I be still employed? Shall I start my new business? That's for people who are employed. If we are entrepreneurs, we are most of the time having too many things to do, too many businesses or too many projects. If we are business owners, we are really most of the time not sure if we will have the contracts for tomorrow, what will be happening with our clients? Will there be an invoice to issue for them? So it's quite a lot of, everything, whatever is happening outside of our windows at the moment. So I will say those are the biggest problems I'm facing with myself, with clients and people I chat recently.
Okay, well, that certainly makes sense. And I think that's probably for most of us around the world, right? Women, men, everybody. So how can we find out then, Marta, what is our purpose? How do we find out what our purpose actually is as individuals?
Well, thank you for that question because my heart is singing where, where I've got a chance to share the secrets and what is really uh, working for us. So I will just come back very quickly to those dilemmas we have. It could be also the situation when we are pretty successful. We've got that was my story as well when I was successful architect and property investor, when I've literally hit my financial goal, and you know, so I should be very grateful and fulfilled. But at the same time, I felt such a huge emptiness inside. So that will definitely relate to whatever you've just said, Deborah. So I've really noticed also with my clients and when I run my consulting business for property investor, for real estate people, they were most of the time asking the question, at the beginning, what is my strategy? Is this location for my property okay? Who will be the best property manager for me? And when those relations, when I've kept them going with their projects, they also started having the questions. Okay, so um, I felt a fear behind some of them, so I started to tuning into their real problems. And I've noticed that the businesses that the investing projects they had, it was only the one and only. So the business is really a trigger for us to go really deep into whatever we are inside. So I started to, I've went on a quest and I've challenged myself to find the questions, the answers to the questions they had. And one of them I've noticed that, which is really all of them got in common. So sooner or later, we are coming to this question, right? I'm doing what I'm doing, but there is something, maybe not wrong, but there is like something missing there. I don't really fulfilled, or I'm doing what I love, but there is no really wealth behind it. So there are some questions we are having, for all of us in business. So it is so that is having said that, it's so important to know this hidden why behind all of what we do. Most of us starting the business because obviously we would like to succeed. We would like to have a wealthy and profitable business, but sooner or later, like I said, we are just hitting that wall when there is no purpose behind our business that will make our hearts cry. It will just, it's called also burnout, if I can name it. So that is so important for us to be prosperous, wealthy. That is one of the biggest. So so that is the first step to find it.
So, Marta, let me ask you, have you ever had clients say to you, Marta, is it actually possible to really create a business just based on purpose? We know we hear people say that, but do people really feel they can do it? And how do you help them through that?
Mm. That's so crucial. That's so important question. I can see that the clients most of the time asking the question when they are in transition from employment to be self-employed or even starting their own business. So they would like to help others. They would like to change the world. Those are people who are change makers, and I love them to bits. I was also there myself when I wanted to change the lives of my property investor community. And what I found, no, not all of them were really ready to start their business based on their purpose. So that is a part of your question. So I believe it is most of the time for people, like I say, who are they've got that urge inside of them, in their soul, that there is something bigger behind the business. They can feel, they can see that there is the only way they can really earn the money, it's by giving the service. So the contribution, it's so huge a part of this topic, yeah, you've just mentioned. It is possible, but what does required, we should be asking as well. It really requires for us to obviously go into that discovery process of this and looking for this purpose. There are many tools, and we will definitely find the right one because so many of them. But having said that, it's such a having a big courage to follow that purpose, to sometimes to surrender to this hard desire we've got really deep in our hearts. If I can say, clients, couple of weeks ago, we had a lovely chat, incredible lady, And she was asking me similar questions. So, okay, so I am entrepreneur now. I'm doing a couple of projects, but she's constantly rejecting the project, starting a new one. And I'm just thinking, okay, let's dive into it. What is really happening? And so when she really wanted to follow her vision, her passion, her purpose of writing a book just by the seaside somewhere in the world, she wasn't sure if she can really create a business around it. But to be honest, Deborah, and for those who are listening us at the moment, it's not really up to us to create the how. For us, it's very important because we are visionaries to dive really deep into this vision and see that, be with it on a daily basis. And what happened from my perspective, and what I'm doing for my clients. So, meeting the right person, the mentor, the coach, who will see this value into us and, just connects those dots, which is vision with the business strategy, is just doing the wonders. We are one and only in the world. We are eliminating the red ocean, and we are just diving really deeply into the blue ocean. Uh, the sky is the limit. We can just create what we want. But once again, it's this courage to connect with it, to go within, and it's eliminate the struggle of being unsure. The trust is very huge, just next to the courage. Um, so that's a huge. Thank you for that question, because that was big. That was big.
Well, and I'm sure you get asked it a lot, as and I'm sure it must take a little bit of um, exploration, as you said, and discovery to help people get to the point where they really can see it and feel it. So, with people doing that, what do you see as their potential challenges along the way to, from first even having an inkling that they might share with you, which they might be frightened to even voice, to actually taking their vision and their purpose to fruition? What challenges do you see, or have you had your clients experience along the way?
Hmm. Yeah, that's very common as well. To be honest, um, most of the time, believe it or not, we've got this purpose on a daily basis somewhere behind our back. It is sometimes coming to us in our dream. We know that from our childhood, for example. Sometimes the other people are saying to us, myself, for example, I wanted to start a podcast about a year ago. People were saying to me, Martha, you've got incredible voice. When you are sending me those WhatsApp or Messenger messages, I just love to hear your voice. So that was the first one. Then the people were telling to me, I can feel so looked after during the interview with you. And I started, to connect the dots. And that was amazing. When I've noticed that comparing my voice to looking after the people I interview, I can really create the space and add value to my audience, which was just amazing. So following those voices around us, and also the voice inside of us, which is the intuition, the heart desire, what we are really good at. And having said that, I know that I want to share my voice. That's very important for me. It is my intuition base. So I know that I've discovered it really. But that's very important question. We don't really know what strategy to do for our business. We don't really know most of the time will the business will be successful and profitable, because we really don't know ourselves. And I believe that that is deep true. Sometimes it could be very fluffy, woo woo. That is true. If we don't know our space in the business, we will might struggle to get it into the next level. Because if I know that I don't have really vision for my business, but I would like to jump into it, I'm looking for somebody who will help me to create the business strategy for my innovation or projects I would like to deliver to others. So, for example, also I've got a lady who is she's incredible coach for English speakers, and the beauty in her is that she's got a vision um, behind her going many years that she is on the stage with incredible dress, and she's got that picture only, and it's following her for many many years. And I do remember a couple of months ago she shared that with me, and that was a very emotional time for her, and very very emotional time. Most of us are just crying at the time. It's very emotional to connect with that. So finding the purpose, it doesn't have to be very complicated. We're sometimes denying that no, that can't be that way. It's can't be so simple, really. So believe it or not, it's just contacting us. It's just sometimes this tiny tap on our shoulder to show us, to guide us, to connect to right people. I do remember it was summertime this year when one of my mentors she asked me, Martha, well, your soul is screaming for a global project, and you are at the moment based in your local community, and it is Polish community. So you will still definitely do a lot of value and give a lot of value to your community by doing global. And it was just, my body was shaking. It was such a incredible joy inside of me, but my mind was just screaming, "Don't go there! You have to speak English. You can't do it properly. You have to learn. It's not for you. It's not the right time, really." But listen to my body, to this inside voice and intuition. I said yes to it. And just to show you that one of my part of the purpose is that going global, which is if I won't be saying yes to this question, we probably didn't have this conversation, lovely conversation today. So it is possible. It is durable. It's I think it's worth to say that it is not 24-hour cure. It's very, very important question to ask to ourselves. How courageful and how much power and trust to ourselves we've got inside to surrender and wait for this purpose to unfold, because most of the time everything was already created. And yeah, just to dive to it.
Well, the patience to let it unfold, I think for a
Thank
lot of
you.
us.
That's cool. That's lovely. I will write it down. That's an amazing word. Thank you for that, Deborah.
You're welcome. Thank you. I find that even for myself, I'm not the most patient
Please.
person in the world, and especially with myself. So to sometimes just be still and just allow and relax into it and let it unfold, like you say, there are less challenges that way than when we try and get in there with our, own utensils and figure out how to figure it all out, right? So with that, it's a little more challenging. So Marta, have we lost you? Are you there? Okay.
Yes, yes, I can hear you now. I think we've
You
had to, yeah.
froze for a little moment
Yeah, it is happening.
Zoom, right? So, Marta, that was wonderful. I understand that you might just have a gift for our audience that you might like to offer. Is that correct? Did I hear that correctly?
Yes, yes, obviously. I
Tell
am
us
one of
all
those
about that
people
because
who are givers.
pardon me.
I am one of those people who are natural givers. So
Oh, good.
yes, yes, you can count on me.
Good. Well, share with the audience and myself as to what you'd like to give as your gift, and I'm sure it'll be very powerful and exciting. So take it away.
Yeah, so like we've discussed already, it's so important to get us connected to our body, let's name it, our intuition. But it's also very important to have that connection for our business on a daily basis. And it's doing the wonders. It's helping us make the decision, doing the right partnerships, launching. It's really huge stuff. Having said that, the gift I will have for our lovely audience, that will be business clarity activation. So that will be daily practices you can do on whatever you really comfortable with. There will be some exercises and meditations to dive deeply into this connection with our business. And to be honest, it's just to let our soul to be the CEO of our business. So that will be going straight to your inbox.
And where do we find that besides, so it's on the page, the speaker page for you, but how else do you have other ways that you'd like people to get in touch with you?
Yes, just my website, which is my name followed by surname, martaduda.com, and you will find contact details, what I do, a bit more about myself. There will be also a podcast, and there will be an additional gift to you. So, but
Oh.
yeah.
So there's many gifts that Marta's offering. So Marta, what else would you, is there anything else? We're getting close to our time, but we've still got a few minutes. Is there anything else you'd like to share with the audience that we may have missed, that I may not have included in the questions, or any recap you'd like to give, anything like that?
Yes, and I think thank you for that. We are really living in a very busy time, and having said that, sometimes we might not have enough time to really create our business, recreate it, build it, find the right idea. Very simple. We've just mentioned that, but I will mention that once again. So finding this purpose, this desire, whatever we can really bring to the table, which is a global table, and help the humanity from within, it's doing the wonders. We are just very naturally finding the time to do it. Very naturally, we want to get up at 5 in the morning or even earlier from the bed because we really know that there is stuff to do. The world just needs us. And I can't really express myself how how great tool management and time management finding the purpose is. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Well, it doesn't feel like work when we are doing what we love and when we've got a
Shouldn't
passion
be.
for it.
Yeah, because there is so many lovely people around us. They can really support us, help us, and deliver the best of ourselves.
For sure. Well, thank you very much, Marta. So, everyone, thank you again for joining us. This has been wonderful to be with Marta Duda, and you can find her on the speaker page for her free gift. And if you also go to her website, which is martaduda.com, So that's martaduda.com. She, in addition, has another gift there. So lots of wonderful complimentary items from Marta. So this has been great. And this Week of Kindness interview has been wonderful. So Marta, thank you so much for your time and sharing all your wisdom with myself and the listeners. It's been very wonderful to hear you. So with that, we will end our conversation unless there's anything else you'd like to share.
I would like to say just thank you for having me, Deborah. And I will be one of the VIPs, so I'm just waiting for other speakers and gifts. That will be amazing.
Right.
Thank
We have
you.
many amazing speakers. So with that, we'll say goodbye. Thank you so much, Marta.